Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is a little bit different than the content that's usually on my channel. Fall is my favorite time of year. And as soon as September starts and football games are on and I start to see the leaves changing a little bit outside, I just get in the mood for fall. So I thought that I would do a fall wax collection video, and I have it in two parts. This is my retail fall wax video, and then I'm going to be doing another one that is my vendor wax, which is going to be much larger than this retail collection. So I start melting fall wax in September, and I usually stop around the end of, around Thanksgiving time, the beginning of December, when snowmen and Santa Claus and peppermints and all sorts of stuff, it's their time. And I will melt that through the end of winter into spring. But I love fall. I love October. October is my favorite month. It's my wedding anniversary month. It's my favorite month. The leaves change. I love the change in the weather, the briskness, the riding boots, the sweaters, the coziness. I love all that stuff. So I know a lot of us love fall, and I thought it would be fun to see what retail wax I have and what vendor wax I have. So if you're interested to see my collection, this is the video to see it. So I will say this is probably, between this and the vendor, this is probably 95% of the fall wax scents theme that I own. And I had no intention of doing a collection video, but I was watching Jay yesterday and I was talking to him briefly, and I said, you kind of inspired me to do one. So here I am. I haven't done a collection video since the beginning of my channel. I started in November of last year, and I haven't done a collection video, but I thought, why not? It's fall time. I love fall time. Let's get into the season together. So let's get started. Okay. I work right next to a Scentsationals or Rimports outlet. And I will say that when COVID happened, it closed, it shut down. And I got a lot of this wax, especially the ones that have the barcode down here. I got a lot of this from their parking lot sales, where the whole entire factory opens to the public, and they used to have a fill-a-bag, a brown bag for $15, and I've got a ton. You can get warmers, you can get bulbs, you can get oils, you can get anything. I loved that. We were spoiled. Some of us would go on lunchtime when that would happen. And the last time that I was there was fall of 19, before COVID happened. And then they closed. And I know they had another type of one of these sales, but I wasn't able to go to it this year. But hopefully maybe they'll have one again and I can get some more wax. But okay, these are not in any sort of order. They're just all retail. And the majority of them came from Walmart and the Scentsationals outlet store. So, and a few Scentsies in here. Okay, let's get started. I have multiple of this one. Pumpkin marshmallow topping. I have multiple of this. And this, to my nose, is a dupe of pumpkin pecan waffles. Maybe not as much pecan, but this is a perfect dupe for it. And I know I've seen a lot of people say that too. I don't even know if this is being made anymore. I will say that too. I know a lot of these are probably not manufactured anymore, and they're vintage, I guess. Just because, they are past seasons. And some of these are back, and I know some of them aren't. But this one, I don't know why they would ever stop making this, because this is fantastic. I have went through so many of this clam over the last several years, and it's perfect. So if you're able to get your hands on this one, you'll really, really like it if you like pumpkin pecan waffles. I have more of those, but I didn't want to grab all of the ones I have of this because it would be about a dozen. So there is that one. Okay, pumpkin butter cookies. Now this one is this kind of It reminds me of a ginger snap, honestly. I don't get much pumpkin, but it's basically like a ginger snap. So those synonymous fall spices. That's that one. Next, this is Scentsy. This is old. This is an old guy. It doesn't have the made in Idaho little thing on the front. So I know this is old. This is old. So this is clove and cinnamon. I mean, this is seasonless really, but I mean, this is a warm one, a warm spice. So I put this into the fall video, but this one is great. I saw this at the state fair last weekend, the Scentsy vendor that was there. I should have grabbed another one. I have 3 that I've been hoarding. You can see how discolored this is, but I love this. This is a nice one. Next, this one isn't fall per se, but it's carnival vibes. So, or excuse me, festival vibes. And I thought, you know, the end of the year as state fairs are happening and such. So this is Sunset Berry Bliss. And this one is just it's a nice berry scent. I mean, whether it's going for like a berry waffle cone vibe, I'm not sure. I'm not getting much bakery. It's just pretty much berry. Next is Apple Bobbin. I love this one. I wish this one was not discontinued because this is just a perfect apple. This can be blended with so many things in my opinion. This is fantastic. So if you can find one, go for it. It's great. Okay, Spiced Woodland Currant. I got this because, you know, I like scents that are kind of off the beaten path that aren't necessarily bakery or fruit or earthy or spicy. This is kind of just I love currant. I love that strong richness. It's kind of like pomegranate. It's bold. I like that. That one I got at the thing last time. I remember buying that one. Harvest Moon. This says Pumpkin Kisses and Autumn Wishes. This one doesn't I don't know what it smells like, guys. I'm sorry. It doesn't smell like pumpkin. It doesn't smell like spice. I'm not sure. Okay, this is a mixable one. I haven't seen these out for years. This is Cozy Retreat. Honeycrisp cider and rustic cabin kitchen. This one I probably will never use. I shouldn't say that. I will use it, but I'm going to really use it sparingly because I know these aren't made anymore. I had one that I used up last year or the year before. It was caramel corn and an extra bit of caramel, and it was fantastic. I loved it. Okay, Farmhouse Pumpkin Patch. This one is just like a pumpkin. It's just a nice, rich pumpkin scent. Not too spicy. Fall into Autumn. This one I still think is out in the stores right now. I think I've seen it. I might have a couple of that in here. This one is perfect because it's got nuttiness to it. It has apples in it, has spice in it. It's got a little bit of pumpkin. This will please everyone. Okay, Apple Cider Donut. This one is Ambiessence, made by Rimports. That is just apple cinnamon sugar donuts. That's what that one is. Okay, Cranberry Oatmeal Cookie. I love this one. I had about 6 of these clams I've used over the years. It's buttery. It's oatmeal. It has, yes, it says cranberry, but I don't really get any sort of berry whatsoever. It is just oatmeal cookie. Buttery is all I can say because this is really, really good. I love that one. That's my last clam of that. Apple Cookie Crunch. I had about 15 of these, but I've given them away over the years. This one is a nice one. It's apple cookie, basically. That's a nice one. That's part of my collection. Apples, apples, apples. I love apples. I went through an apple phase. This one is just plain apples, and I'll use this one sparingly too because this is the only one I was able to find, but I do like that one. Okay, Aloha Pineapple Pumpkin. This was actually in Walmart last year, I think. I didn't buy any because I have about 5 of these. But I know pumpkin and pineapple, that's weird. I know it is, but it works for me. I love pineapple. I like that little bit of citrus, and I like the creaminess of the pumpkin. This is a nice one. They might still have that out. I don't allow myself to go into the wax area of Walmart when I'm in there. So, just because I have way too much. Apple Pumpkin Donuts. I think this one is out still. This one, Marty actually bought me this one. It's got, you know, it kind of, honestly, I don't know if I really like this one. Because it kind of smells like beer to me, and I'm not a beer drinker. I don't care for beer, but it has like it has an apple cider quality to it too, or you know, even the Honey Crisp apple cider, which is a little bit sweeter. I love Honey Crisp apples. If you've ever had one, they're Granny Smith is my all-time favorite apple, but I love Honey Crisp too. There's just something special about it. This one, I don't get so much donut from this. It is more apple cider beer. You know, that fermented smell that beers have. Okay. Farm Apple Pumpkin. I'm pretty sure this is still out because, you know, this is apple and pumpkin. Synonymous with fall. This is excellent. It's appley, it's cidery. It's got a little bit of pumpkin, a little bit of spice. This one is good too. Okay, let's get into the box. I have all these clams in this box here. I know. Fallen Leaves. I just bought this year, actually. This one is still out. Crisp Air, Citrus, and Wood. This is part of the wood family. I like that they're starting to put this in here. I know that a lot of these have other notes than just Crisp Air, Citrus, and Wood, but it would take way too long to go through and try to find them on the Scentsationals website. So yeah, I love this. I love this. It's kind of a little bit like Leaves from Bath & Body Works. It has that outdoorsy, it has that little bit of spice, but it's a little bit masculine too. I like this one. Not masculine cologne-y, but just masculine in that it has a outdoorsiness to it. Crimson Leaves. I just bought this a couple of weeks ago, actually. This is red berries, fall leaves, and oak wood. And I'll tell you something. These mainstays. I have another one here too. Where is the other one? Maybe it's over there. I have another one of these. Pumpkin Weather. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. These little mainstays wax. They used to be less than $1. Now at my Walmart, they're $1.10. Excuse me, some Walmarts are $1. It just depends, I guess. But I love this. I love the woodsiness to this. I love the berries. I love the fall. This is one of the best fall scents I've smelled right now this year that you can still get. Next to Fallen Leaves, this is really good too. This one is fantastic. So if you like that kind of richer berry, woodsy scent, give this one a try. I think you'd like that one. Okay, Amaretto and Blood Orange. This one's a couple of years old. I don't know if this is really fall, but I'm putting it in there because it looks like fall. Okay. This, I don't really get amaretto. I love amaretto. It's one of my favorite scents ever. And this is basically blood orange citrus. It's a little bit richer than an orange per se. If you've ever had a blood orange, they just have they're a little bit more tart to my taste. And they're a little bit richer than just the regular, you know, Valencia or, what's the other orange I'm thinking of? You know, the other normal oranges that we eat. Sorry. This is a good citrus one. Valencia, and that's going to drive me crazy. Lemon Pumpkin Shortbread. I think this one is still being made. And, oh, it is lemon bread. I don't get so much pumpkin in this, but it is lemon bread. Very, very good. Crisp Fall Leaves. I know this is being made because I bought this year, and I think this oil is actually available in vendor wax too with some vendors. Apples, Leaves, Balsam, Berry, Vanilla, Spice, and Ambered Woods. Lot going on. But this is just fall. This is just sweater weather scent. This is apple, this is cider, this is berry, this is spice, this is everything. I like this one. Cider Mill from Scentsy. I just bought this last week. I love Cider Mill. And I think this is apple, spices, and pumpkin, honestly. But this is one of my favorite Scentsy fall scents. Love it, love it, love it. I actually just used up, I have been hoarding, like the other guy that I had here, the really old one. I've been hoarding my last 3 cubes of Cider Mill. But now I have a whole one to work through again. I love this. I actually might put that one in my club just because that's a good one all year. Cranberry Apple Cider. This one is from the Kroger family of stores. I find this in, or Smith's if you're out here in the West. It just, Kroger owns a bunch of stuff, so whatever Kroger family store is near you, they carry this line. And this is holiday fruits and spices. But cranberry, I know cranberry is a later fall or even a winter or Christmas thing, but I love cranberry. Cranberry can be used any time of year in my opinion. But this one is nice. I'm getting more cranberry, more tartness than apple. This might be out. I think this is last year's, but I think it might be still being made because I was looking briefly last time I was in a Kroger store. I was looking briefly and I think I saw this one, but I could be wrong. Okay, Birchwood Bonfire. I bought this last year. And oh, this has cedar in it. It has to because it smells like cedar to me. This is really, really, really good. I needed to use this because it has, I don't have a fireplace in my home. I live in a townhome and it's modern and fireplaces are a thing of the past. But my dad has a big fireplace and if it gets cold enough, he'll you know, get a fire going. He has a wood burning stove also. And I'm going back to see him in a month, basically. And if it gets cold enough there, I'm going to see if he'll get the fire going just because I love that. I hated it as a kid. I hated sitting by the fire. I thought it was stupid. And now I want it. You know, I turned to my parents years ago. I mean, I've been there, done that. I really have turned into my parents, but I just love that feeling of sitting by a fire or even a fire pit outside or roasting marshmallows or something. But this is cedar, this is birch, this is woodsiness, a little bit of smokiness to it. It's got a little bit, it's kind of similar to, do I have it in here? Or maybe it's over, yes I do. This kind of reminds me of this, which is my OMG lover, lover, lover right now of Retail Wax. Trains going by, as you can hear. But this one is so good. I love this one. If I ever see that again, I'm gonna grab it. Okay, this next one says holiday edition, but it's butterscotch and allspice. I am putting it in the in this video for fall because, you know, butterscotch, you start that warmy, ooey gooey feeling around this time of year. I mean, of course, it was 80 today, so it's still warm here, but you can tell fall is in the air. It's cooling down. I love it. I love it. But this one is nice. This one I actually got, I think, for 10 cents in Walmart last year in the reduced bin. And this is good. I like that one. It's creamy. It's butterscotchy, duh, but it's really good. Okay, cinnamon ginger pumpkin. Now this one I've used before in another clam, but this one, it's a basic pumpkin spice, but if you like ginger, it's got that little bit of spicy gingery to it. This is a good one too. Everything's good. Okay, Cuddle Up, Tonka and Oud. I actually have a few more of these in the updated labels, but this one is masculine to me. It's masculine. It's cologne-y. It is warm. It's comforting. It's cuddly. It really is. That's a good one. Okay. Oh, my lover. Roasted chestnut and acorns. I have 6 of these. I might accumulate more. But this is so damn good. This is so good. This one is fire roasted chestnut, acorn, gingered pumpkin, hickory, maple, and tonka. This is so good. I know Danny likes this too. She posted on this on Instagram, I think last week or something. And I commented, this actually really has a Palo Santo vibe to me. It has that deep woodsiness, that muskiness to it. I definitely get chestnut. If you haven't smelled chestnut, it's a different type of nut smell. It's a little bit more mature than a walnut or a pecan or even an almond. And it has just something extra. But I'm getting a little bit of hickory wood, that woodsy. There's a lot of woodsiness to this. It is so good. Oh, this is fantastic, fantastic. It performs well too. I have a clam down in my kitchen I'm working on. It performs well, it's strong, it lasts a long time. This is sexy. It really is. I think Danny even said that too. Another fall into autumn. I try not to grab my duplicates here just because of, you know, being redundant. Okay, home stretch here. Caramel pumpkin seeds. This is a good one. This is, well, it says grateful people are happy. I love how Sensationals used to put little inspirational things on their on their wax. But grateful people are happy. So this is caramel. This is sea salt caramel. It's got a little bit of saltiness from the pumpkin seeds, but this is basically a nice caramel one. This one isn't made anymore, but it's a good one if you can get your hands on it. Okay, caramel apple. This one, honestly, okay, last year, the noisy part's gonna go by the train and then it's done. So, the old caboose is going by. Okay, last year, Better Homes and Gardens and Sensationals, I don't think either Walmart chose not to carry fall wax last year, or they did not want to work with Walmart. I'm not sure. But this year there's fall and holiday scents coming. But this one here, I grabbed, I don't even know what brand this is other than, I mean, it's Walmart, but it's not Mainstays. It's Walmart. I grabbed this because it was just laying on a shelf randomly, not even in the wax area. I don't know where it came from, but I bought it. Caramel apple. And you know what this smells like to me? It smells like Cider Lane. Honestly, Cider Lane with just a hint more caramel. And this is fantastic. I'm going to have to use this year because I found this kind of towards holiday time. So I didn't use this last year, obviously, but this one is really, really good. Okay. Warm Rustic Woods. This one is also still out right now. This is tobacco, cedar, patchouli, pink peppercorn, smoked nutmeg, mandarin leaf, vanilla, and tonka bean. Lots going on here, and I'm pretty sure this one is even offered in vendors too. I've seen the oil, you know, dupe of blah, 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 blah. This one, I love the aesthetic on these new Better Homes and Gardens. I'm trying to find another one here. I love the aesthetic that they're doing on here. It just makes you, it's like a hug to me. Okay, this one is nice. It's warm. It's got a Leaves Bath and Body Works vibe to it. It is outdoorsy. It's woodsy. It's like leaves. A little bit of spice, not much. But this one throws well too. I've had another clam of this. It works. It really, really does. Okay, now my big packages. This one is not fall, but it can be used in fall. This is spicy cinnamon. Now, I don't do spicy cinnamon all the time. I have to be in a mood to use spicy cinnamon. And even, I don't ever melt it by itself. I always have it going, complementing something else. I know a lot of you guys melt something and burn a candle, you know, vice versa. Have it going at the same time. This I have to have going with something because I don't like hot cinnamon stuff. I don't like hot tamales. I hate jawbreakers. My husband, on the other hand, could eat it all day. I'm just not a spicy cinnamon person. But I got this because it's nice sometimes to complement, you know, I would even melt it with apple pumpkin. I would even melt it with just like a straight apple scent. You could even do it with cranberry. You could do it with fall leaves. It's just, you have to see what works for your nose and what, I don't want to say palate because we're not eating this stuff, but you know what I mean. Okay, No Place Like Home. I love this. I love this. It's not made anymore. I don't think it is. And if it is, I haven't seen it lately. I have four of these big ones. This is sweet cinnamon and clove. Now, this is sweet cinnamon versus spicy cinnamon. This I love. This is that walk in the door apple and cinnamon potpourri, but without being too potpourri. Like, this is comforting. You can use this when company's coming over. You can melt this, you know, if you're showing a house, you know, if you have it in your staging to have a warmer there. This is good for everybody. You know, this is just that comforting home scent. I love that. Okay, Candied Caramel Pecan. I don't know if this is made anymore, and I don't know if this is a fall scent, but I have it in here because I use more caramel and more pecan in the fall. This is good. This is caramel, basically caramel. I'm not getting too much nut in this, but this is a good blender. I usually use this, I've had another one of these large packs, but I usually use this as a blender and melting it with other complementary scents. This one is a good one for that. And finally, Caramel Apple Spice. I bought this last year. This is so stinking good. It's caramel apple with just the perfect amount of spice. I'm getting cinnamon, I'm getting nutmeg, I'm getting clove. This is fantastic. I'm a sucker for caramel apple stuff. I love Cider Lane. It's my favorite scent. I've said that 1,000 times on my channel. This is, you know, its little sister. So, okay, that is all of the retail, most of the retail fall wax that I own in my collection. So if you want to see my vendor wax, which is going to be much more than this, stay tuned for that. So happy fall, everybody. Stay warm, stay safe, go football teams, and whatever else we do in the fall.